I'm joined with Ruby and Miss Gloria. Gloria's YouTube debut. Today we're going to be doing a fashion yap. I asked a bunch of questions on my Instagram and you guys delivered. You gave us some amazing topics to cover. Part 1's on my channel, part 2's on Ruby's channel.
Link down below.
Link down below. Yeah, this is exciting. This was kind of requested from me and Ruby's last collab, and people have always wanted Gloria in a video. Gloria has always wanted to be in a video as well, so today is
Everyone's prayers have been answered.
Pre-note. I've never done this before, so I'm a bit nervous. I might be like seeming a bit quiet. I'm not actually quiet, they know. But I think as you know. As we get into it, I'll like loosen up.
Absolutely, and it's also really bright in here, so it's quite...
Yeah, it is very bright in here, but the blinds are closed. They can't do it anymore. How would you describe each other's style?
Oh.
So when we were in Paris, we kind of like realised that our like girl group, internet friends, kind of separates into 2 different categories, like style, and we think that Susie no, Susie, Ellie and Vivian like are all style sisters. And me and Gloria and Mariana and Yasmin are like style sisters, and I feel like Binch sits somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Gloria and I honestly own so many pieces that are the same. Literally, tank air top right now, same grey wool bomber. So like
the flats, you both got me into those mesh flats.
No, that was all Ruby. I'm gonna give her the credit.
Collars,
she got me
trousers.
But I don't know how you would like describing words. I'd say Susie plays around more with androgynous.
Oh, okay.
Susie's style can be quite androgynous, and you're more playful with your silhouettes. Whereas because I think I know what works my body type, I'm less playful with them. Gloria, I wouldn't know what words to describe yours.
Why?
I don't know how to describe any of ours really.
Yeah.
Like yours to me is chic and put together.
Love that.
Mature and developed.
No, I love that.
It's because I'm the mommy. So I'm the oldest girl in the group.
You can be playful.
Like chic, but more playful.
Yeah, like I like to play with like what you said. I like flirty, but also like chic. Like there's always a line for me, and I know when I cross it and when I don't. Like if I cross it, I feel uncomfortable with my outfit. But if I stay within like the realms, but I'd like a playful touch. Like I enjoy that a lot.
Next question is: do you all have fashion jobs?
Okay, there we go.
Should I start?
Yeah.
It's my job.
The most
simple.
Yeah.
Established. Oh yeah, I've always worked in fashion jobs doing e-commerce at a fashion brand, then retail, social media stuff for vintage brands. Yeah.
Me? When I moved to London 5 years ago now, I started in luxury secondhand basically, and that's where I spent like majority of the first half of my career here, doing like anything in marketing, and then I focused on merchandising, and then now work at Depop, still within merchandising and marketing, but my title is trend forecaster / coordinator. Yeah, I do work in fashion, but more of the tech side, I would say now.
What am I? I am job hunting. If you've watched any of my videos, you might sort of know or remember that I worked at Peachy Den. I was there for like the better part of 3 years, and I really loved it, but I never want to work in fashion again, I don't think. I think it's fun to do in your early 20s, but I think I now know what I want, and I'm just ready for a new chapter, so carrying forward some of the things that I was doing before, but not in fashion.
And obviously you do socials full time.
Yeah. I do socials full time because I'm not doing anything else full time.
But you would still do that, wouldn't you? You're still going to continue to do socials, no?
I'll still continue to do socials, yeah, but I am like now seeking, I think I have more of a clear idea of what I want my career to look like, at least within the next couple of years, and I'm like trying to make those steps. I'm just waiting for some emails back.
I think what you said, and I think what you've said before, is like, I was thinking about this the other day, that if I were to go back in my 20s when I first came into London, I like was so eager to get into fashion. I took any job, I took any salary, just wanted to get in and like make my way, and I've done that, and like obviously like I don't regret doing that. But if someone were to ask me what would you change, it's exactly what you said. I would not go into fashion career-wise. I would get into a stable career where I'd build up to a corporate kind of vibe and a corporate salary, and then take my funding and savings, because I would have savings in that case, which I don't now, to then invest into what I really love, which is fashion. Because working in fashion and feeling exploited and tired and overworked and feeling like everyone has the edge on you because they come from certain backgrounds or know certain people is not a pleasant experience, and it really weighs you down a lot of the time.
What do you think about the jadification of the masses?
What's jadification?
So jaded.
Jaded London.
Oh!
If I'm honest, I'm so not on that side of the internet that I didn't even know it was a thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Other than like we have friends who work there, but other than that, I'm not tapped into Jaded at all. I never see anything that they do because it's just not coming up on anything because I'm not interacting with it.
But does the question actually mean like the whole effect of the fast fashion vibe that seems to infiltrate a lot?
Could be whatever you
interpretation.
want it to be. I don't follow them either, but I feel like I hear about them a lot through other people, I guess, bitching about them or like talking about them on TikTok. And especially in the US, I feel like they're huge there. I always see these New York vloggers talk about them and gas them up more than they would be here. And a lot of people say how here it's a cringe brand.
Yeah,
I agree.
but in America,
The perception elsewhere is different.
They think it's like
100%.
this cool small brand, which is not the case.
Yeah, I agree.
Love the people behind the brand, the ideas and the
Good
socials
creative.
and the
Yeah,
creative is
amazing.
incredible. And I'm so sad that they are at that brand. No offense. I wish they were at smaller, more sustainable, better brands.
does that feed into the fact that to be in fashion, make a good salary,
True.
you need to be in a brand that's established and
Because
actually
they can
makes
pay,
money?
they can
Yeah.
pay, they have
Small
that
brands
budget.
can't pay.
No,
Yeah.
and it's such a shame that is the way it will always be.
On a trend perspective, like, fortunately, I feel like Jade is at the bottom of the food chain, hence why a lot of the branches and trends that come from the runway filter down to Jaded. I've never seen Jaded actually filter up where it affects what the, not legit, but what the really big brands do and their kind of products and creative and stuff. So, and usually you do have a filter down and filter up with a brand that's like actually affecting culture, if that makes sense. So they're
For
clearly
example,
not.
do you have an example of that? Do you feel like
Ooh.
Paloma or anything like that?
I think Paloma and Guimaguas that are very much like in that like niche. I think they can filter up in a way of like they will affect what Sandy Lian might do, for example.
Right, yeah.
And then Sandy Lian might affect them. I'm just using Sandy Lian specifically because, like Miu Miu, they're very much of the moment brand.
Thoughts on big celebrities selling out to fast fashion brands? Example, charlixcx and H&M.
Listen, I think H&M offered her literally so much money
Probably
she
like
couldn't have
£1
said
million.
no. Because they can.
I mean, we briefly touched on this before, and Rue made a really good point to what I will think I'll always feel when it's big celebrities that probably have the money to turn it down. I'm so sad by Charlie, but Ruby made a good point that she's never preached sustainability, so it's not
If it was
out of
like
character.
Greta, what's her name? Greta Thunberg? I know that's like
Where
such a
is
big
she
one,
at
but
these
like
days?
I don't think charlixcx has ever outwardly come out and been like, I'm zero waste.
No, she hasn't, but it just makes me sad knowing how much influence she has now more than ever in her career, and to do, I just think it's so sad. I think it's so sad.
Does she need money when she's just had like the year of her life? I don't know, but
Because I feel like any big brand she could
but it
work
might have
with,
been the
like-
whole, she might have been sold it as like the whole package where she did that Times Square
Yeah,
thing.
she's had
And
gigs.
would she have been able to do that without H&M? I don't know. Their budget, obviously, to like go and do all these amazing things, that in turn would have brought her more listeners, more like fans.
And
It
it's once
benefits
in a
her.
lifetime
Yeah.
things-
So
yeah.
I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't really care because I feel like when money's on the table, I'll do it.
Talk to me.
You will sell your soul, is what you just said.
If H&M came to me like, oh, let's do a collab, right?
Also,
If there was cute stuff, yeah, I would just never wear
Crickets,
anything I don't want.
crickets.
There's some scale, I can't remember what it's
You're not
called.
leaving that in.
What do you mean?
You're basically creating the rationale for support.
But the most you can do as a consumer is think, am I gonna wear and wear
Yes.
this item? I think that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Whether
So
it's
if
vintage
it's fast
or not,
fashion,
yeah.
if it's vintage, just buy things with like intention, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
Just
that
the
is
fast
something I
fashion
need to work
behaviour.
on. Oh, what'd you say?
It's just the fast fashion behavior.
Yeah, the like
yeah.
wear and throw
Yeah.
away vibe. That's the like most harm you can do as a consumer.
Yeah.
Bit lighter. Sunny Angels on phone cases. I like it.
Love it.
I
Actually,
like
more
it.
against it.
I wish they were more practical, because I feel like so many people's their heads are chopped off and things like that. They should fall off. 'cause
Oh, I
they're so
haven't-
bulky.
Really?
Yeah, it's so big. Yeah, they're cute.
Susie approved. Favorite small brand at the moment, but I think instead of just like listing off the ones that we all love, which one is absolutely like on your brain
24/7.
living in your brain rent free 24/7,
Oh.
like you really want loads of things from their site and you love what they're up to, and then you're allowed an honourable mention.
Instinctively,
What are you thinking about a lot at the moment?
What's shouting in my brain is Fruity Booty.
There you go.
Probably because I did a big order from them this week as well. So.
Yeah.
As soon as you said this, it was like pretty booty.
Oh.
Really?
Unoriginal. but love the fit, love the color schemes, love the creative. I love putting on a piece of clothing and like having the image of like how they've styled it and feeling like inspired by
the
it.
brand and like their community, and the fabrics are so
nice and so flattering.
good.
Their creative is just the best.
The creative just keeps giving and giving and giving, which is so rare because I feel like everything's tired now. Like everything's been done, everything's kind of like meh. Everyone wants to sell product, so like isn't really bothered anymore. And I feel like they do it in a way that doesn't even look like it costs much. Like it just comes naturally to them. Which is really nice. I also loved Sunny Liang's most recent show.
I didn't.
I loved it.
I was a bit like,
loved it.
It's so kitsch.
I love
and I
the
think
mix
I'm
of
maybe
kitsch.
trying to move away from that, become more mature as a 25-year-old, that I wasn't inspired.
Yeah.
I loved it as a concept, like not wearability, but like more of like just having that fun
like,
back.
The like jumper on the jumper is just not for me.
That is not a bit of Ruby.
No.
It was either Modern Girls or Mina Lee
Loved
did like a
Modern.
trend prediction video. I think it was Modern Girls, and usually she hits the nail on the head. She said like childlike, playful, whimsical stuff, and I was like, that's so funny because that's like the polar opposite to what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
We're all about 90s minimalism.
Yeah,
sleek.
just like refining it, stripping it back, and keeping it simple. This was almost, to me, reminiscent of lockdown fashion.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I disagree.
I get triggered.
Sorry, I disagree because I feel like if you look at the silhouettes, they actually do mimic the 90s minimal silhouettes, but then I think what I loved is like the unexpected twist of that extra kitschiness, but I think it was just enough where I still feel like I could have played around with a few bits if I could afford them, because I don't.
Mine right now, number one would be Flora.
What the hell is that?
The basics.
I love
like
them.
I just want to buy every single piece.
Dana has so many of the
and
basics. in there
the
with
quality
me.
looks amazing. It's literally like the most boring thing ever, like long sleeve,
No,
short
but they're
sleeve
lovely.
tank tops. They've just really got it right, and then I keep seeing it in person, like not in person, sorry, being worn by people and being like, that's such a nice basic, and then it's like, oh, it's this random,
Yeah.
of course it is.
I think it's calling to you.
And then my honourable mention would be Deji Studios. There are these trousers, but they're Australian, and I feel like I'm scared of the shipping and the import charges.
Love. Such a good basic.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get them when I get a job. I think it's going to be my first.
That's your reward.
That's going to be my first purchase, I think. 'Cause
Similar to Brooke Callahan.
Yeah.
Which we love.
we love.
My honourable mention is probably either Tank Air or Geel. I've been obsessed with Geel this week.
Love
this
them.
week.
This week?
This guys, I have a whole list of stuff I want to buy. I'm going to show you in the wish list. But anyway, what's
Are you
your
gonna
honourable
buy
mention? I don't know.
I just have to say Gimaguas because I do buy a lot from them. I think their creative is really fresh. I love their colorways. I think they play with color, but in literally the right amount of color where it's not doesn't like trigger me
No.
of the pink I used to wear type of thing.
They just,
I think they just get the nice shades.
Interjecting, isn't it funny how before I feel like Paloma Wool were more on top, like
I think
now
no.
they've, like,
They kind of
shifted.
pissed me off, Paloma Wool, because
Yeah,
they just
same.
went with the popularity and said, "Oh my god, we're so popular, everyone loves
Everything's
us."
3 times the price now.
Exactly, like
So
when
it's
it
already
started.
expensive.
So bad. So now I'm just kind of like, no, I don't want to spend my money with you. And I think Gimaguas is still affordable in a sense where it's like a piece that you'll invest in, but you can actually invest in it. You don't have to, like, I worked X amount of hours to buy a Paloma Wool top. Now it's like not even at my grasp, so I don't even go on the site.
Yeah,
Do you know what
same,
I
I
mean?
agree.
Whereas Gimaguas, I'm like, oh yeah, I could buy this and not buy this.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
also
so-
Gimaguas to me are a brand that's like a front runner. Everyone else is following in their
Yeah.
tails.
Now, because you're right, Paloma Wool was the front runner and now they're not.
Yeah, Gimaguas just seem a bit more fresher, even though they do similar stuff still. In terms of creative.
Paloma does give me a touch more of like elegance.
Oh yeah, she's got older.
Paloma is a little bit, it's
like
the
you
older
got
sister.
money
It's like the
vibe.
big older sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
But love both, just can't afford Paloma.
Materials you try to avoid.
Mesh.
Really?
Mesh.
All mesh? You love mesh?
No, okay. Things that touch your armpits. I stink in mesh. Like mesh on my top half, ew. Mesh skirt, I'm down.
Yeah.
If I see like a knitted top and the composition is knit, I don't get it even if I really want it, because I know that if I'm wearing a top and not a jumper, I'm already warm. Those are the really nice mock neck Paloma wool tops. Love them, but I'm like, if I'm wearing a knitted mohair is so hot.
Also itchy on my bare
itchy.
skin.
So mohair I actually avoid, but I
love it though.
I find it really funny that people like put so much emphasis on the composition of a fabric, and they'll be like, you shouldn't buy that because it's got polyester in it. And I understand that it's not as good for the environment when it's a blend, harder to like recycle and repurpose it, but you need polyester for stretch. We almost need to bring Ellie in because she was
saying such a good point in Paris about this.
Like you need
a bit of polyester.
You need a bit of blend. Like if you have like a wool coat, if it's 100% wool, it'll ruin in the rain and with wear. You need a blend. So I always find it funny when people are like, yuck, polyester. I'm like, you actually sometimes need those types of fabric. I'm using polyester as an example because I can't like reel off all these different other fabrics in my head. But
wait, I know you said hate, but I love a mohair and cashmere blend. Can't give an example now, but I feel like that blend just
does it for you.
Lovely. Okay. I think I'm gonna side with the mesh just because every time I do wear something that touches my armpits and it's mesh, like I'll have to wear it once and then it goes in the wash, which I find really annoying, and it's not breathable.
No.
But I'm thinking more of the mesh that I used to wear like 5 years ago, where it was like the
Y2K mesh.
Yeah, it's not it for me. No. Like the tan carat mesh is really nice, like that aubergine top you have. I don't know if that's
is that even mesh? It's like knit mesh.
I think they would call that mesh.
They do. They call it the whole mesh top.
For me that's not mesh. The Y2K.
Yeah, fine Y2K
mesh. Not into
it. And also it looks really cheap most of the time.
I'm gonna side note again, prints that you wouldn't wear. I actually wouldn't wear most prints other than polka dot or stripe. I would not wear camo. I would not wear like floral.
I can't imagine wearing a floral print.
Real tree. I would not wear.
Really into real tree right now.
Yeah, we're the camo girls, babe.
I've never worn camo, but I really want to get into it. Get into a beanie, get into like a bowl.
Hey, Ruby, we're converting her.
Sweats, Timberlands. That's my vibe soon.
Take her.
Coming soon.
If you were only allowed to wear 3 colours for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Hard, guys.
But you're not allowed shades, so white, grey, and black.
What, you can't say
colours.
Okay.
Colours.
Do you want to start?
Like an avocado. This colour. Maybe a touch
khaki.
Like my big coat. Khaki, but I think it's a touch.
That's not avocado.
Susie, we're being very specific. Butter yellow. I would really struggle between like a deep chocolate brown.
I literally was thinking, Ruby, I was like chocolate brown.
And either chocolate brown or like a fiery red, but not cherry and not pinky, like red, but like a deeper red.
I never really see you in that colour.
I wish I had more of it.
It's annoying because you got the colours, like obviously we agree.
We're style sisters.
But the people will think I'm unoriginal.
No, we're just
in the cut with my twin.
I was gonna say actually, chocolate brown, khaki, but I'm really what you said, the avocado really specifically. Baby blue, love that shade. My mom used to tell me it doesn't suit me, so I never played with it. But
okay, what we got to
do not listen. Yeah, to those voices. I'm gonna start wearing baby blue.
I was told that I walk weird and run weird, so
that's so nice.
Stuck with me. It's said by my stepmom. Ooh. Navy. I really love my navy.
Yeah, I love navy.
I do love baby blue and then khaki. I think that's me.
Interesting. You got all cool there. You've not got a warm. Best places in London for mid-tier thrifting. Like bottom would be like Peckham Car Boots.
So we're not pitting Peckham Car Boots.
No, we're talking mid-tier thrifting.
Yeah, I'd say go Brick Lane Vintage Market.
Vivian's Vintage.
Vivian's Vintage is the best. I'm not just saying that.
Karen Crowe showroom.
Yeah.
128. Isabella and Bible Studios place.
I like serotonin. I think I used to love them a lot with Y2K, but sometimes they will have the random bit which I'm like, oh, I still like this, and I think their prices are really reasonable. I think they've remained reasonable.
Sure, but I think 90% I'm like, what?
Wait, you asked for my opinion.
You just did a me sure. That's so funny.
We're rubbing off on each other.
Yeah, I still like some of their things. Sometimes they post things on their story and I'm like, that's
I don't follow them.
Oh, great. Well,
I just really recommend a car boot. London car boot's really good.
So Peckham Car Boot is still so good. Like every time I go there, I will get a piece that I love forever.
And that's cheaper than I would say mid-tier. You can get stuff there that's mid-tier. What do you think about your influencer friends selling out to fast fashion? Disclaimer, me and Susie always used to be the last ones to be like, we're not gonna work with specific brands.
Yeah.
As time has gone on, I've slipped away from how I felt before. I did a Motel Rocks ad, for example, at the end of last year.
Obviously, financial things drove you to do that, and that's the thing. I'm not going to be like, if financial stuff wasn't a worry, I would be more upset that you did it. But because you have that driving force, I really respect that. And it's hard out here, and there's people that I don't know about you, but turn down half, if not more, of the stuff we get offered. It gets to a point where you actually do have to pay your bills. So I fully respect that. But obviously part of me was sad, part of me died, because I feel like within the group,
I know, I'd let you down.
you know, when these people are talking about mango this, mango that, sending in jaded stuff, whatever, and like I'm just there crying in the corner, and we're together being like, no, and then now it's just me. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is.
It really is what it is, guys. Like, we need to pay our rent, we need to pay the gas and the water.
I'll still be there, guys. But it's made me realise, and with some backlash I've got about some things, is that A, you're never going to be perfect, and B, now I just cannot say I don't support fast fashion, because there are brands I inevitably buy from that
Uniqlo.
are Uniqlo, but then I don't. It's that interesting thing of like, do I not say things and not show something in a haul, but then that's A, inauthentic, B, like, as long as I'm transparent, I don't know, it's just like interesting balance. There's some dream brands I have, like Adidas for example, and they are a fast fashion brand, but for some reason in my head I don't feel guilt if I was to work with them to
I think
promote
that's
their
the
shoes.
marketing though, again.
I don't know.
It's the marketing and who they
tricky one.
are and their heritage. Like, you're never going to associate them with fast fashion the way you do Primark and H&M, you know?
Yeah. I think it's such a privilege to be able to turn things down.
Yeah.
And I've sort of realised that the more things I turn down, it's like good karma that comes back to me, and now I'm getting stuff from brands that I do want to work with, so
That's nice.
I don't know, but we support you, groups.
Yeah.
There's some influencers you see, I'm kind of like, oh my god, like, you
like,
really did do
let's
that for
be
the check,
serious.
like,
Yeah.
that is just sad, especially when it's stuff you know that they don't even like it.
Yeah. A big part of me is just like, get your bag, and then another part of me is just like, there's also such a big grey area, and it's really open to interpretation where people sit on that. And I just think you're never going to please everyone, but also all brands, there's always going to be some reason for someone to say you shouldn't work with them because of this or whatever. So I had bills to pay, guys. Got made redundant. So last one, what's on your current wish list?
Okay, well, should I start?
Yeah.
I already got my list.
Susie's like,
I have a few things from Gil actually.
I feel like you could say it and we'd know what it was.
Really?
Yeah, I already know.
Archer top. If that's actually
Oh,
like, but I thought
never
I could
seen
maybe
it.
try and
Cute.
DIY that myself,
Don't
because I'm
know if I
not
like-
into the sparkles.
I was going to say, don't know
but
if I
I
like
love
that sparkle.
the shape.
Yeah, the
And I
sparkle
love,
is
like,
not
the
in.
sexy-
I love the pink. I love the pink with the
Ooh.
green. I really want it. That set.
Connor top.
Dislike. Looks like fast fashion.
Yeah, looks like
Surprised
Motel.
you like
Looks
it.
like
Yeah, it
Motel.
does.
Okay.
And I love their stuff, like...
Yeah, it does look like Motel.
Yeah.
Whatever, with the keyhole. This, with the fireman class.
I think that's
Are you
very
joking?
That's very you.
Tom Ford /
Thank you.
Gucci vibes.
Agree.
I like the long sleeve more.
Oh, tempted, guys. That
Yes.
one, you know that?
Yeah. I want it in grey. I want it in walnut.
Yeah.
I want it brown.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Walnut is
Such
nice.
a good
I'm gonna.
basic.
That's another thing I'm gonna buy when I get a job.
Love
It's
that.
that and the Deji pants. Done.
Really want a skinny bell.
Yes.
In butter yellow or red.
Yeah.
You
Is your
want
skinny
that?
bell inspo from Selena?
No, mainly Sierra today, but Selena is such a forever inspo.
Yeah.
She is killing it.
Top of my head, I love the Paloma wool boots that have the studs where you can remove the studs to make it shorter,
Yeah.
make it longer, tuck the trousers in the boot. Love the slouchiness of them. Love the Gil basics. Like, I love the one which I tried on, which was cream and drapey and long sleeve with a hood. I still love a hood. I think it just works with my hair. Love the Brooke Callahan trousers that we said.
Must get.
Love their skirt as well, which is obviously a classic.
The Gamagua's perforated ballet flats. I will never buy them.
Yeah.
I don't
but-
think they make my
but
wish list.
A fun wish list item.
Really?
I will never take them off my wish list.
Maybe.
I will never take them off my wish list, but they are on there. If that makes
Interesting.
sense.
They're not mine. Ugh, anything vintage like Prada. I just got the beanie, which
Yeah,
I wear all
you
the
love
time
that.
now.
That to me does not look vintage.
It is.
It looks like that could have been bought from the
It's
Prada
from
shop
the
right now.
Linea Rosa collection in the 90s, which is like really good fabrics. That's a tip if you're looking for on vintage.
Okay, tea. Something I think we're all loving is the Levi's engineered.
Oh my god, I was gonna
Vintage
say,
jeans.
I've
Yes.
been wanting a pair of jeans forever.
Shake it.
Wait, you got one!
They're just kind of expensive, the ones you do find.
Yeah.
I also want that zip up that you got, which I told you,
Which
oh, I really
one?
like that brand, and the
Which
Piscaru twins modeled for it. It's like a bit of
yard sale.
yes,
The yard
I I love the shades of their zip ups.
I feel like you
are
are either like ballet flats, cutie, whatever, or you really lean into like me, the skater, yard sale, the Prada.
But I love a bit of skater with ballet flats. Like I love these trackings with ballet flats.
Androgynous.
I just like a basic moment. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think about it too much anymore. I just like what I like. That's it.
There's a bit of like sass in that.
Listen, I don't think about it too much. I just do what I do. Mind your business. I don't know I feel like I've said all the things on mine. I want those Flora camis.
Yes, I do love
sleeves. Brooke Callahan trousers. I want the Geel mock neck top. The Deji Studios trousers. Those are all the things on my wish list at the moment.
Well, now we're gonna go on to part 2 on Ruby's channel. Come on, join us.
In the cut with my twin, we be.
Bye.